So, today we are looking at Fossil Quest, which is a game that really defies definition. Is this a puzzle game with some shop management elements in it? Is it a shop management game with some puzzle elements? Is it an adventure game that just happens to use puzzles and shop management as tools to play? I don't know. I cannot define it. So I'm going to let you guys decide for yourselves what kind of a game it is. And I'd appreciate it if you let me know in the comments, because I honestly do not know how to define it. And that's not just a way to try and manipulate you into leaving comments. That's the bit where I say I really want to hear from you guys, because I don't like shouting into the void, which is also true and accurate. And I'm rambling. Let's jump into the game. I'm going to run the game and see what you guys think of it, I guess. Unity game, as you can see. And as soon as it finishes loading, we will expand it. I have tried this on Firefox. It worked, as far as I could tell, pretty much perfectly. And I'm now trying it in Chrome before your very eyes. So, Fossil Quest, new game. And let's just jump in. We have received a letter. Dear Arthur, I know you have always dreamed of having your own space to create a dinosaur museum. Well, now is your chance. I left you my manor. So I suppose this is a letter in a will. I hope you discover amazing things on your travels and turn my old house into the museum of your dreams. Lots of love, Auntie Allison. Well, yeah, I really like the name Arthur. It's a good name. Allison's good too. Right, so here we are in a very, very cute, sort of chibi-ish cartoon mode, and we're stumping around the single room of this mansion, I guess. I don't know, maybe we're supposed to that's through, and I think we can open that. I think it's a library or something like that we can get through to, and I'm guessing the rest of the house is down this way, and that's where we live at the moment. We have a little bookshelf there, some dinosaur stuff on the walls, which are very nice, very appropriate. Here is a shop, and it is space to activate the things. And we can only buy one thing from the shop because we have 0 money. We can buy an expedition station for no money. So we've bought that, and there's also an excavation element and an expansion element. Currently only one thing there. I will say this game claims to be in its prototype stage. So it is very much a new game. I mean, there's a hell of a lot here for a game that claims to be in the prototype. I think it's really, I wouldn't call it quite beta, but it does seem to be a little too polished to be an alpha. So I mean, it's somewhere in that transitionary state. That's how I would define it. But I mean, obviously that's my definition is arbitrary, and the developers need to decide that. But yeah, so it is very, very early. There's still a lot of polishing and things that I suppose one could expect to be done. A lot of content that still needs to be added, but I don't know. I find this a very, very stable, playable game as it is. So yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't call it a prototype. Yeah, so these are the kind of things we can buy. Various display exhibits, which we have a couple already. We've got a couple of small ones, and we have one large one. And some display cabinets and stuff like that. There's excavation tools, which we will see the use of soon, and then the expansion into the house. Right, so we have bought cha-ching, our travel station. Can we actually go anywhere if we go out? We can't go out the door. They did say they're going to add a town to look at and things like that. That's on their list of things that they want to add, which I'm very excited by. The carpet's weird and the globe is pink light. Anyway, so first thing we need to do, well, we can manage exhibits, but we have no exhibits, and we have nowhere to, no money to place things or anything like that. So we can't do anything there, but that is a useful button for a bit later. What we can do is use our expedition station. We have one expedition that we can go on, which is in Montana, USA. I guess we're supposed to be in America as well. I don't know. We feel very English, but maybe that's just my personal bias speaking. Anyway, so Montana, USA. Montana is one of the richest dinosaur fossil regions in North America, thanks largely to the Hell Creek Formation, late Cretaceous, and other formations like the Two Medicine and Judith River. Formation like the Two Medicine and Judith River. Okay. The types of fossils you find, they vary in abundance. Common finds: Triceratops, Ankylosaurus, Hoploscophytes, Ammonite, fossilized conifer. Rare finds are Deinonychus skull, brittle star, and amber coelurosaur. Good lord, these words can be a mouthful. Coelurosaur. Coe? Is that Coe? Coelurosaur? Yeah. Anyway, we'll deal with them as we find them, I suppose. So we go and dig. And zoom off in our plane. And here is our dig site. And this is where the kind of the puzzle element comes in. And we can't go any further that way. And we have, if we right click a scanner, which tells us where we can still dig, which is green, that means there's diggable stuff there, and where we can't dig because there's something we can't get through in the middle, and that's red. So I thought it might be where is the fossil, but no, we actually have to just dig everything up. We can't just leave at any time by using that, but we don't want to do that. We want to dig. So let's dig around the outside. I'm surprised there's no sounds. Does this game not have sound? I can't remember. Anyway, we are digging furiously. I just want to check here. Oh, I have muted it. I must have been remembered the muting from previously. Alright, well, nevertheless, that unprofessional moment aside, we have this cool little drum beat now that we are digging, and we just dig things. Now the blue we cannot get through. This is impossible, and that's impossible. I don't think we can ever get through that. I think that just marks off our dig site here. I'm going to dig around the outside edge, and then we'll dig into the middle when we get there. We're not finding anything yet, but we will see. I think we're going past where we can find something here, because I see these little sort of white marks. That is a fossil. Now that we've found the fossil, we press space on it to excavate the fossil. Okay, and we just found that one. So we've got a Triceratops left front foot. Normally a little puzzle pops up, but I suppose that's quite a simple fossil, so we didn't need to do anything complicated for it. And we just keep digging. I think this way is all stuff we can dig through. There's a little bit of red over there because we're clipping that blue over there. But yeah, so we've got a nice area we can dig through there. I just like to clear out the edge first. Whoop. It's WASD to move around and then just either click or space to strike the surface that we're trying to dig through. Green is quite hard to get through. Oh, we found a porphyry stone, which is common. It requires a display cabinet, but that's fine. We found something nice to look at. And we chip through here. I can see there's another fossil over there that we can get into. But as you can see, there's value in hitting all of the stones. Let's just get rid of this bit in the middle here. Oh, there's something in the middle of it as well. Right, and now we have the puzzle of chipping out the fossil. Which is using our pickaxe to get rid of the blue. And we can rotate it around. There's no more blue left on it. Now we need to get rid of the green by using the chisel. Did I call the first thing as chisel? It was like a mini pickaxe. And again, these are all tools that you can upgrade. Hey, we have discovered Ankylosaurus neck, which is excellent. Except we have two different types of, because we've got Triceratops as well. I mean, And fossils are fossils, right? Let's open you up. What is this? Okay, so there doesn't seem to be any blue. Oh no, there is a bit of blue. Let's chip that off. And let's switch to our chisel and chisel these bits away. Ah, Triceratops mandible. So 2 Triceratops parts and then 1 Ankylosaurus, which is nice. Alright, we've done half the dig site. We can just keep digging through here. Oh. Chip you away. Got vaguely Minecrafty feel to it. I mean, obviously I know it's not that, but it just sort of feels like the way I do Minecraft is I dig very methodically, and I like to flatten sides. I like to flatten sides out and things like that. That's a fossil there. Oh, and we found a megalodon tooth, which is rare. Nice. I've seen that. It's actually very, very cool. We need to get a display cabinet. And we can excavate this fossil. Oh, this one's got a lot of rock around it. This is obviously quite satisfying. It's like those cleaning games. But I want to find all the ones that is a little that puzzle thing. Is that all the blue? Yeah, alright, let's get rid of the greens. Do we have a beard? We do have a beard. Oh, we're older than I thought we would be. A white beard. I wonder if we'll be able to create our character in some version. Oh, a bit more Ankylosaurus. Right scapula. Alright. Let's keep going. What are we going to find here? Looks like a big bone. Alright. Looks like a femur. Alright, is that all the blue? Let's chip you away. See you a bit better there. Ankylosaurus left femur. Alright. So we've got some good stuff. Let's just finish off the last bits of rock here that we can get to. Oh, there's another fossil. There. What have we got? Oh, more blue to chip off of. There is a different mini game that we can play for certain fossils, and I'm a bit disappointed that this isn't shown this off, because it's the more puzzly one that I actually struggled with for a bit before I figured out how to play it. Oh, gold quality. Ankylosaurus right ulna and radius. Alright, well, I guess this isn't our lucky day. Oh, wait, no, we have found one. Alright. There's nothing else we need to break here, so we can just have a look at this. This will be our last one. So this is a puzzle that you have to put together, you know, a regular kind of puzzle. You've got to put the pieces in the right order. What I didn't realize, which confused me for a long time, is that this shape here is how they fit. So I did not... you can use A and D to rotate them. I did not get that, and I was like, why is this thing not letting me line these things up? Okay, this obviously doesn't go there. Does it go here? No. Oh, does it go down at the bottom here? Like here. Oh. Do you go here? No, it doesn't look right. Alright. We need to find an edge piece. Let's try and get these lads, see how they fit together. It looks looks like you guys go together like so. That looks about right. Which means, do you go over here somewhere? So that looks like an edge piece. Oh, maybe over here. Yeah, okay, so that fits in there. That makes that solid thing. And that I was having a lot of difficulty to figure that out. So that's not you. No. How about you? No. And you? Oh, you're looking good. There we go. Alright, so who's... You look like you might fit down here. Alright. Do you come along here? No. You look like another edge piece. Do you come along here? Yes. Alright. How about you? Are you along here? I don't think you are. There we go. So where on earth now do you fit in there? Okay, that makes sense. And then we just need to rotate you around because you fit in there. Now what are these things? A brittle star. Okay, I have no idea what that is. The first time I've ever seen anything like that. They look like octopuses. Alright, and I believe we have sorted everything out here. We can't attack you anymore. We can't do anything with you. Right, so let's head home. And it just says, yeah, we can't come back to the site if we leave, so we've got to leave. And I think once we come back, does it doesn't auto? Yeah, okay, it auto saves when it gives us the report. So we found 2 Triceratops parts, 4 Ankylosaurus parts, and a brittle star. And what was the special thing that we found? I don't remember. Didn't tell us. Anyway, so now we have the ability to open the museum, but we have nothing displayed yet, so that would not be particularly helpful. And we don't have any money, so we can't buy any components, but fortunately we did start with a couple of components. So, of the stuff we found, Ankylosaurus, bone counts 4 of 21. It requires a large exhibit stand, and we do have one of those. The Triceratops also requires a large exhibit stand, but we only have one, and we have more Ankylosaurus parts. So I'm going to go with the Ankylosaurus, and let's just put it... let's just put it... Oh, should we put it in the middle? Let's put it in the middle so the people coming will see it, because I think this is the one that we're going to fill the fastest. So we'll slap you in here. And if we can click on F, then we can assemble. And now we have all of the parts here that we can drag into their sort of proper places. Ulnar radius, for example, we can drag in there. But we can also click the auto setup button, which will move all the parts across into their appropriate places. And I think that's fine. So we'll save and exit. I'm quite glad to have seen that button because I really was not sure about lining these things up if it meant in a particular way or whatever. But that's fine. Let's save that. And we have it there. And what we can do is display our brittle star because, yeah, we have one small exhibit stand available. So we can put that... let's put it in the corner there under the light so people can come and look at it properly. Do we have to assemble that? No, it just is the way it is. Right, so we can't display any of these other things because we have no money. So what we do need is another large stand, and then I think a display cabinet, because we did find something to go in the display cabinet, but we don't have that here. Where are we going to put the display cabinet? So maybe over there when we get one. Anyway, so let us press P because we have finished managing our exhibits, and let's open the museum. People can come in and have a look around. And he's gone to go look at that, and he's happy with it. He liked it. He's come to have a look at this, and they don't like it, I suppose, because it's not very finished. But yeah, he likes that. Is he going to go? No, he's not going to have a look at that. Alright, so we made $34 from our 3 visitors who decided to donate a bit. If we go to the shop, a large exhibit stand is $125, so we can't buy that just yet. Small exhibit stand is $50, so we can't even buy that. There's a decoration station. We can't buy that either, but and then a display cabinet, so we can't buy any of these things. What we can do is buy a better pickaxe. It'll speed us a little bit, but in our digging. And I think I'm going to stop the gameplay there because I think we've seen everything we need to see. We've seen the mini games, we've seen the laying out of the thing. People come in and have a look at the stuff and give us money, and we can buy sort of ways to decorate this a bit more and all of that kind of stuff. I think as the game is, it's absolutely fantastic. So if you're just here for the gameplay, thank you for watching. The link will be in the description. I do highly recommend coming to play this game. If we have a look at the stuff that they've said about it, they do say the downloadable version looks much better and runs smoother. I haven't had a problem with the way this is running. I don't know how the looks are in comparison, but I mean, this looks absolutely fine to me, and it runs very, very quickly in a browser window. So yeah, judge for yourself if you want usability versus quickness. I like the browser version, and I thought it worked fine, and I think it was the quickest one to get into. And just remember, they did say this is a prototype, so there's a lot of stuff still to come to it, and it is also coming to Steam. We mess up the sound if we scroll down a bit. So it's coming to Steam. Go and wishlist it there if you think it's a good game. Support it. Support Unsigned Double, who is a 2-person team, I believe, that has done some quite remarkable stuff here. Gameplay is done. If you like this video, don't forget to like. Always, as I said, leave me a comment. Like I said, let me know what you think this kind of game is. Is it a puzzle game? Is it a shop simulation game? Is it just a little adventure game? I'm curious to how you think the definitions work. I'd be really, really interested to hear your thoughts on that. Subscribe if you want to see me show off more little indie games that I find, and I try and show off one a day. And I'm playing Rusty Lake and things like that. It's Cube Escape. Rusty Lake's the development house, but I think of it as just the Rusty Lake games. Drop that subscription. And thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. If, however, you are here for the critiques, well, again, this is a prototype. It's a very, very early release stage of the game, so don't take my critiques for criticisms. I am not saying, your game is bad because it doesn't have this. I'm saying this is what I think should be focused on and added as an important thing for the game to go to the next level. Obviously, with content and sort of just depth and more things to do and more fossils and all of that kind of stuff, I think is an important addition. But aside from just more content, the first one is, where are the quality of life controls? Where's the ability to turn the music off but keep the sound effects, those kind of things? I always feel that's a very, very important part of the game because it gives the player some agency, some control over the game of their experience. And some people find that important. Some people hate the music and just want to turn it off but still want the sound effects in the game. Some people have graphical issues, and maybe some graphical controls might be an idea there, although I think those are less important than the sound controls. If you ever add screen shake or head bobbing or anything like that, for like a first-person shooter and that kind of stuff, it's quite important to give the player the ability to turn those off, because that can actually make some players feel sick and things like that. And I don't know. consider what it is worthwhile adding, but at the very least, just 2 sound controls. Turn the music separately from the rest of the sound effects and be able to turn them down or off, as my recommendation. And then the tutorial. Like the game did instruct me a bit on how to play, but not really, and I was a bit confused by how to solve that puzzle when I didn't realize it had to fit into the thing at the bottom, and I was a bit confused to what I'm supposed to do next. So yeah, a tutorial is important. A tutorial or tutorial elements, but something that's skippable, so the people who do know how to play can just get past all of that. I do recommend adding that in as soon as you can, because as I've said before in other videos, people who don't know how to play games because they've never really played them before might get introduced to a game through something that is as simple as a click in a browser. It's very easy to get into this game. It's very easy to try and play it. And so if you make it so that a complete novice gets gently taken by the hand and led to this is how to play the game, they will have a much better experience. And those first few minutes of playing your game is the most vital part of the game. It sets the player's attitude towards the rest of the game. You can have a terrible game, but if it has a good couple of minutes, people will like it. And you can have a really good game, but if it has a bad first couple of minutes, people will dislike it, and you'll have to work so much harder to get past their negative view. So the first few minutes of a game are vital, and the a tutorial is a really good way to give a really good, fun, immersive first couple of minutes of a game. So I do recommend a lot of focus on that. Art, sound was, I mean, the game sounds are very muted and very low. I think they're fine. Yeah, I have really no notes on the sounds. The music's a little weird. It's a little bit like some kind of kid's toy that plays music in the background. That's what it makes me think of. But I think it's fine. It's relaxing. It's a little bit cartoony. It's very sweet. It's perfectly good music for the game in its current state. The artwork, I think the game's art is stunning. It's a pity we can't zoom in there. The character is cute. The fossils. Oh, we can view the exhibit. Oh, and it gives us all the information about it. I've just discovered this. And we can assemble it and what does toggle mean? Oh, okay. We can hide the thing, and this is what our exhibit looks like. Yeah, that looks a bit pointless, but we don't have the things. Yeah, I like all of this. This is fantastic. The artwork is great. This looks good. It's a good view. I like the little sort of digging game. Yeah, artwork, absolutely fine. Gameplay, again, absolutely fine. I enjoy the gameplay. I enjoy the elements that are here. I think, as it is, like I was saying in the beginning, I don't think this even counts as a prototype. I think this is a perfectly good game that maybe in sort of a beta form just needs more content, needs a bit of polish. Let's go and dig and have a look at it. Oh, a different music for here. We are in Saskatchewan, Canada. This seems like quite a big site. Is this bigger than the other site? Ooh, there's plenty to do here. Yeah, this is a massive site. I think those are good sounds as well. Yeah, look, this is good gameplay. This is fun. We're digging. Everybody knows we like a digging game. We're finding things. Everybody likes the finding things. I like the little mini games. Ooh, and the lucky finds. Native American pottery fragment in Canada. Nice. That's very exciting. How far down can we go here? Oh, there's already a fossil. Ooh, and a gold Triceratops left front foot. We really need that Triceratops display. Yeah, look, again, a little bit of tutorial just to get me settled into it a little bit quicker. But other than that, I think this is fun. This is exciting. This is fine. Really impressed with this. And the immersion, look, there's a little bit of story there with us inheriting Aunt Alison's manor and things like that. It gives us a little bit of who the character is. We know we're someone who's just always wanted a museum and loves to dig fossils. There can be a lot more lore added on there, and I always think that lore is a an element of the game that is very cheap to create. It doesn't take much just to sit down and write, or find someone online who's willing to just sit down and write and throw ideas in and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, so it's very cheap to add depth to a game. Lore can really make a game, if it's good lore that gives the player, as I always say, a flag to rally behind. Sort of give me the idea that I'm on either a good purpose or an exciting purpose, or a purpose that I can empathize with, and that drags me into the game. It gives me immersion. It makes me feel that the game is really enjoyable. So get those immersion elements in there, get that lore in there, get little things happening. Maybe once we're back in the museum, get it so that little events happen that drive a storyline, drive a narrative that I'm into and matches in with the lore, and that will just add a whole new layer of depth to the game and make people want to play it even more. That's my opinion there, anyway. And that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about the game. Don't forget the link is in the description. Come and play it. Come and give the devs some love, and give it a wishlist in Steam. And yeah, thank you for watching. And I hope to see you in the next video. And goodbye.